think that the OC animosity needs to be such a thing. As I was telling you before, I think Garmon is a very nice guy, and it's not really to be put in the same pack as some Genos guys that's really strange people.
Yeah, I was gonna... go ahead.
Carry on.
I was going to say that I was a bit worried about that, and that I know a lot of my corp are complete utter twats, but I'm not really like them, even though it's my corp. Oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, you just have this. You basically carry a part of the burden from the reputation of your corp. Really, I mean, there are various ways of gaining power in Eve, and a lot of them come through the way you act in game and the sort of people you hire to your corporation. And so, it's just one of those things that you tend to get associated with the behaviour of a corporation. I mean, as I've said, I've made no secret about the fact that I think Genos is one of the scumbaggiest corps in Eve in terms of the pilots which have been hired. I mean, what can I say? I don't like the type of childish, knuckle-dragging, homophobic bullshit that comes out of some of the lowest common denominator Eve players, scrap heap challenge style behaviour or whatnot. I think it's unnecessary and it's crap. Then again, like I said, it's a free game. Anybody who pays their money and has a subscription to the game has a right to be here. Doesn't mean I have to give them my acceptance, however. So if I see people behaving like complete Neanderthal knuckle draggers, I'll probably say that. And like I said, that happens to be full of cunts.
To be honest with you, only about 10% of us are that vocal. I assume the people you really hate is Intigo and Endrom Gustav, and probably Snakester as well. Is there any others?
I mean, it just seems to be a sort of a cultural identity for the corp.
I mean, it's basically...
It's just kind of... it just strikes me as lowbrow American frat boy bullshittery, where basically everyone tries to outdo each other in ignorance and low standards. And I get it's no difference from something like a Counter-Strike clan or something, or any kind of weird bullshit that you hear online, or when you play kind of Xbox on live and people going on about niggers all the time. It's just not very British. That's my problem with it, I think.
Well, it's not a British
Oh
corp,
god.
but can we tell you who pisses you off the most? I know it's probably Snakester, Intigo and Endrom Gustav, although Endrom isn't in Genos. I actually kicked him from Genos, right? Because he was just far too much. I have to say Endrom Gustav is by far the biggest twat I've ever met, ever.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, people have got their own kind of values on this sort of thing. I mean, I wouldn't... The sort of people that happen in these sort of top flight PvP corps, I wouldn't put up with them for 5 minutes on Vent, which is one of our biggest problems in the game, is that we try to hire decent people, which is obviously a diminishing pool, and decent people tend to be lazy son of a bitches who are not very good PvPers, sadly. So
To be honest,
you have this terrible problem.
I think only Endrom
But I mean,
is twat voice as well. But everyone else is fine.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have to say, I've put up with dickheads in Eve since 2003. I mean, there's an awful lot of people that are just kind of disgracefully stupid. But I mean, it doesn't matter what you do or what kind of flight of life. You go down the pub on a Friday evening and you can overhear somebody acting like a lowbrow moron on a table, quoting Sun headlines as if they were fact. You just learn to ignore it in the end. I mean, I guess I suppose if I had to say, it's a bit disappointing that one of the better roving PvP corporations in Eve, if not the best, appears to be so full of cunts.